Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com, and today I'm going to share with you more ideas from the winter menu with a what we eat in a week video. This remains one of the most popular types of videos on my channel, actually the most popular outside of home tours and decorating, which are more far between because I cook every single day. I do not decorate every single day. It's more of a seasonal push that requires a lot more out of me, whereas when you have 6 kids, cooking is a constant thing no matter what. So it is a lot easier for me to make these, and you all seem to really like them. So what I do if you're new to my channel is I share one meal from each day, give you a couple of tips and hopefully some inspiration to cook for you and your family. On day 1, I put some pastured pork ribs into the oven on really low and just let them cook for a few hours. I made a homemade barbecue sauce. I order all of my meat in bulk from local farmers, my beef, chicken, and pork, so that our freezer is stocked and we can just buy things like vegetables and grains to supplement the meat, and it just makes for easier grocery shopping and of course supporting local farmers. What?
Mama, more.
You want a fork?
Yeah.
Is it good, Mike? On day 2, I did a chicken Marsala soup. Now this recipe is coming soon to the blog. We loved how it turned out so much that I decided to put it on the blog. I was inspired because the week before we celebrated my parents' 40th wedding anniversary and we cooked them chicken Marsala, and I always have so much broth because we use a lot of bone broth in our family that I decided that for a nice cozy winter meal to turn it into a soup. Now another thing that I've been really loving lately is putting barley in soup. I just put it in and then allow it to simmer for about 30 minutes, and it just adds a really nice texture. It gives it a more filling component. Sometimes if you don't have a lot of meat in a soup, it can make you feel full, but then hungry again just a few hours later. This barley really helps to bulk it up. For day 3, I did a venison chili. My husband did harvest a deer this deer season, and we normally cut up all of the meat right away. Well, he cut it all up, but we did not grind any of it because we didn't have our grinder. It was out at his grandparents' house. So he went and got our grinder. And so now as I get it out, I just am grinding it as we go. So I did grind up some deer meat, sauteed it. Now I meant to, and I normally add onions and garlic at this stage, but I just added it in later because I forgot. And then I cooked some black beans in water, added tomatoes, chili powder, all that good stuff. It's also really delicious to top chili and to make it stretch a little bit with avocado and raw cheddar cheese. I served mine with freshly milled popcorn and einkorn cornbread. Again, that recipe is on the blog. I will link all the recipes shown in this video down in the description box below. Day 4, I made a quiche. I had some cubed ham from my friend who I bought a hog from, and we didn't eat all of the ham at one time. So I had it cubed in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, and I decided that'd be really good to get out and make a quiche with. So I rolled out a couple of einkorn pie crusts. I had some fresh butter from a local Amish community, which is delicious, bright yellow butter, freshly milled einkorn flour, some salt, ice water, rolled it out. and then just added some eggs with goat milk and sweet potatoes and ham and onions. Baked it with some cheese and had some quiche. I did make 2. We didn't completely finish them, so I actually just this morning, we ate the rest of the quiche just for breakfast. Day 5, I made a cheeseburger soup. Now, soup is what is constantly on the winter menu. I take the bones from the beef that we get and the chicken and even pork bones. I even used the bones from the ribs earlier this week and made a broth so that we could have lots of soup. For cheeseburger soup, I do have the official recipe over on the blog, so you can check that out there. I also believe I have it here on my YouTube channel as well. Again, link below. That's how it's supposed to be. That means it's good.
I know, it's gross looking.
I know, it is gross looking. Day 6, I just made a classic meatloaf. I'd planned to use my leftover sourdough bread that I made on the chicken Marsala soup day, but I went into the refrigerator yesterday. I kind of put it in a bag to the back because there was just like a little bit left, like the perfect amount to crumble into a meatloaf, but somebody had eaten it. So there's an idea for you. Use leftover sourdough bread if you have any, if it's a little crusty, as your breadcrumb component of your meatloaf. I didn't have mine, so I just did meat, egg, onion, garlic, and add a little tomato paste, maybe a tiny bit of sweetener. If you don't have ketchup, it's a good substitute. Mixed with a little bit of einkorn flour. You could use coconut flour. I've used oatmeal, anything like that, just to kind of keep it together, and then bake it. serve that with sauerkraut and crispy cast iron skillet potatoes with fresh rosemary from the garden. We are running low on sauerkraut, so that is on my to-do list to make up a big batch of that. Day 7, we did some elk steaks. My dad went hunting and brought us back some elk. We've been eating it ground in some of the same applications that we'd use like deer in, but my mom told me the steaks are the best. So she gave me a little package of steaks and we cooked those up. Now for the kids, we just have to cut it really, really tiny and rely more on the side dishes for them during a meal like that. Also really great for a date night. The kids decided we're gonna do a fun, fancy menu tonight.
So I made a kids menu.
Yes, can you read it to us?
Kids menu. Main course, grilled cheese, grilled elk, toasted sourdough on with truffle mustard. Side, crispy potatoes. Cast iron grilled potatoes with garden fresh rosemary. Green beans, steamed green beans with butter and salt. Drink, water, the sparkling, thirst-quenching drink that has been loved since the beginning of time. Dessert, sourdough coffee cake. Mazes, hard one and easy one. Draw your favorite food and how many stars are scattered around the menu.
I am testing a sourdough coffee cake for the blog. So that's on the menu for dessert and that'll be coming very soon. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have never seen one of my What We Eat in a Week videos, I have a whole playlist with all of them. I've been doing these for a while and you can check them all out for some meal inspiration through the seasons. I plan to share several more this winter. All right, well, if you're brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living in a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.